All right. Yeah, this is another PayPal slash Patreon from Drew. I've kind of jumped a few because I wanted to do him again, Ren, because everybody pretty much from the two things I got from the comments, the two like most common themes of the comments on the last Ren was when I was saying I'm kind of confused of what's going on and what he actually is. People just said kind of just get used to that. That's kind of his thing. And also do Hi Ren. And I saw Drew had sent it. So Drew sent a couple more, but I kind of skipped forward, just because I like literally everybody said do Hi Ren, Hi Ren, Hi Ren, Hi Ren. So yeah, I thought let's do Hi Ren. The last one was as well a cover, two covers, and his rap in the middle. I didn't know whether the first one was his, but I'm guessing this is his song. But like, to be fair, I don't know what to expect. So yeah, let's just go.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect at always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself.
Trust me.
You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's equals material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before.
She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
To be fair, just as I suspected, really, he's fucking nuts. He's nuts. But there's a lot to unpack in that. First off, who is this guy? This is, yeah, I've got so many things. But, first off, right, let's start with his guitar playing in the beginning. I was thinking he's got to be classically trained or he's studied that kind of thing because it seems so like, yeah, like he's a classical guitar player almost. But then the actual song, it like, yeah, this kind of was like overloaded my brain a bit, where I've just kind of, yeah. But the whole back, because he made me, right, this is what was genius about this. He made like, I thought of certain people that he was reminding me of. I, and then he went on to mention them, which again is something, because I was thinking he's got to be an Eminem fan. And I couldn't think of the other. I was thinking, who was that guy who used to do acoustic raps? I couldn't think of his name, and he said it, Plan B. Yeah, but that reminded me again of Eminem because Eminem, I went off Eminem on one of the albums, and then he's in the next album. Every complaint I had about that album, he said within the next album that people was moaning, oh, this and that and that. And it kind of like it, he kind of done like, this was genius. This was genius. Like, because it, like, where it was reminded me of Eminem was My Darling. If you haven't heard Eminem's My Darling, but it's a back and forth between like him and the devil, basically, or the demon inside of him. Now, this was different because I didn't get the vibe that this was necessarily, I thought it was going to be addiction. But it kind of, I guess it kind of was if he was saying it's temptation. But then the way he kind of, he basically captured what being a human is like in this song. With the back and forth of the contradicting voices. Where you might feel one day where you think, I'm the shit. Oh, everything's going so well. And then nothing has changed. But the next day you're like, I'm a fucking loser. I'm a fucking piece of shit. And nothing has changed in between days. There's been no change in your life, but it is your mental thing, and that voice is always there. But there's so many people. But he's actually like, you can't say this is like Eminem, and you can't say this is like Plan B because Plan B is more. He went more into pop. But even his like raps had a kind of, like he said in this, I don't write choruses and hooks. Like, and that's where the difference was. This felt like, in a way, it felt like kind of a bit of old school hip hop. Because old school hip hop was like that. It was like verses next to each other. And they're really like, the hook wasn't the important bit. It was who could be the most creative rhyming. But yeah, the Eminem, My Darling, because Eminem really captures a great conversation. Like, and that is so skilled writing wise to write something like that. And like he done on this with the back and the forth and the contradicting and the, you're arguing with yourself, but you're making it all rhyme and all fit within the same timing. Yeah, that was insane. And he looks insane when he does it. Like, but it's funny that he mentioned Eminem. And see, I didn't get. He said Hendrix, but I didn't get Hendrix. I feel like he's more like a Zappa. I feel like he's like he's definitely pushing to be creative and unique over being popular, which is kind of a beautiful thing that it's worked out because he's popular, but you don't get that a lot. Like he was saying in his head, like when the voice said to him, "Oh, it's all about the creative process and blah blah blah," blah. Like, yeah, genius, genius. And then the speech, the speech at the end. He's like, how old is he? Because he seems like he's like got this kind of like that speech at the end was like something from a movie. This whole thing was kind of movie vibe, to be fair, or like a musical or something like that. Like it was more than just a song. It was his whole thing. Even the setting of it. It looks like them, to be honest, when it started, it looked more like one of the creepy videos we watch, like the top 10 scariest videos from the internet. And you get them, there is a term for it, but like it's in the dark web where you'll get like, I haven't seen it, but by all accounts, people have like kidnapped people and then you can go on the chat and say what the person does to them. It kind of had that vibe. There's a word for it, um, but I can't think what it was. So when it first happened, it was kind of like it already set quite a eerie, creepy vibe about like quite a dark vibe about the whole thing with the pig mask. Like it looked like. I wonder if that's where he got the idea from as well. From like Chilling Scares or one of them channels like where they have the creepiest videos. But yeah, then his like I say, his guitar playing is great. He's a great guitar player. But yeah, the the back and forth um writing wise was class. Yeah, he's fire. Although everyone said you should have started with Ren, Hi Ren. I don't see how this is like any more gives me any more understanding of him. Because as much as this was genius on the one hand, it was also fucking crazy. Like it was crazy. He looked crazy. Like it was like watching Gord Downey or something. But he looks nuts. I mean, obviously his get up doesn't help. Where he's in the like the nurse's thing, and in a wheelchair and being pushed in by a creepy rabbit head or whatever it was. But yeah, I want to know more about his guitar playing. But yeah, if there's any more like this, we've got to do it because this was like a masterpiece. This was like a piece of art. The back and forth, like I'd have to go back and listen to this and listen to this to get all the words that he said because it was just going and going and going. But he wrote it so well that it actually felt like a conversation with himself. Uh, and I think even that isn't that quite an old school drama technique of having like one face something and then the other face something else and having one actor on stage kind of turning side to side. So the whole like turning from which side is which, I'm pretty sure is an old school drama technique too. That's what I mean. There's a lot of stuff in this that is very kind of like not but old school. But then there's a it's so unique and so original and so new as well. Yeah. Yeah, because as well, I don't think we've done anybody quite like him. That's why I was thinking he's like Zappa. because his guitar playing and it's so off the norm that, yeah, I don't know where he gets his ideas from. But this was a great one, I have to say. I have to say, like, I suppose you can say it's got the hip hop thing, but again, it felt like it felt more than that. It felt it felt like a piece of art. It felt like a dramatic performance, a song, a lesson. Because yeah, that whole speech at the end, like going into David, like, yeah, I wouldn't like to be in his mind after hearing that. It seems like it would be like, I thought my brain was bad, but Jesus, his was like, yeah, yeah, this was genius. This was genius. And something like I've never seen before. But I have to say, I've said it in the last one with Ren, that new bands like Black Midi, even the other one, Drew Krang Bin, um, Black Midi, I can't remember the other ones we did. Um, we've done a few newer bands. There is a scene bubbling of bands, without a doubt. But yeah, this was fire, and yeah, request for more Ren, because yeah, I'm still no nearer to nailing him down than I was in the first one. I'm even more confused now, like, because this was insane, but amazing. Yeah, amazing. But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.